come from the book of Genesis. The first chapter. And it includes the 26th through the 28th verse. Genesis, the first chapter. The 26th through the 28th verse. And there we will find these words. And God said, let us make man in our own image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he, him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over everything that moveth upon the earth. Genesis 1, 26 through the 28th verse. And God said, let us make man and not only are we going to make him, but we are going to make him in a very special and in a very unique way. In a way in which nothing else that we have made was made in. We're going to make him both male and female. And we're going to make them in our own image and likeness. We're going to make them just like us. Just like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So let us think on this thing. I want to talk about the God made man. The God made man. Not the self-made man. Not the Christian. Not the saint. Not the worshiper. Not the person who's over 21 years old. But the God made man. The God made man. Is a man who God made. And it's recorded right here in the book. It is a man who God made after his very own heart. God put his heart in it when he made man. And the man that God made of his very own heart, he also made him of his very own image and likeness. And he made him both, male and female. God made them. And God made them in his very own image. An image is a representation of the form and the features of another. Image is a representation of the form and the features of another. Meaning that man bears the exact same form and features of God. And that is why at creation, that is the reason why at creation, God gave unto man dominion. Same form and features of God. Did God make him? And that is why at creation, God gave that God made man dominion over all the works that were of his hand. And just let us look at some of the forms and some of the features that God consists of that he shared. With the God made man. Genesis 1 tells us that in the beginning God created. The God made man has created ability. See, God created the heavens and the earth out of nothing. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And when God saw the light, Black Chapel, we find ourselves walking in darkness, and we're looking, we're seeking, we're searching, and whatever it is, we're looking, we're seeking, we're searching. We just can't seem to find it. And all of a sudden, light come on. And there it is. The Bible stated that after God saw the light, when God saw the light, God said, that's good. After he saw the light, what was it that God was speaking in reference to, or reference to, when he said, that's good? Was it the light? No, it was not the light. But rather it was the process in which God used in order to bring the light into manifestation. And that process was, first, God thought a thought. He spoke a word. Then he visualized and anticipated the manifestation of the thought he had thought, the word he had spoken, and the vision he had visualized. He thought light, he spoke light, he visualized and anticipated light, and then God saw the light. And then God, after he saw the light, God said, that's good, that's good. That process really worked. That process really worked. And God used that same process throughout all creation. He thought a thought, he spoke a word, he visualized and anticipated the manifestation of the thought he had thought, the word he had spoken, and the vision in which he had visualized. God, and then God said, let it be, let it be, let it be, and all things became. And man, that God made man is a representation of the form and the features of God. Of the same form, of the same features of that of God. Spoke a word, thought a thought, visualized and anticipated the manifestation of the thought that was thought, the word that was spoken, and the vision that was visualized, and said, let it be, and it became. Power of dominion over everything. The God-made man was given dominion over everything. All he has to do is think a thought, speak a word, visualize and anticipate the manifestation of the thought that was thought, the word that was spoken, and the vision that was visualized, and say, let it be, and it shall become. Just because of his image and his likeness that he walks in. Just like God. We are the representation of the form and the yes, we are a representation of the form and the features of God. Do you know, Black Chapel? Do you know that we are a part of the Almighty God? Do you know that we represent the image of our Creator? And you know what? We are to walk like a conqueror, talk like a conqueror, and think like a conqueror. We are a part of the Almighty God. We represent the image of the Creator, and we are to walk like a conqueror, talk like a conqueror, and act like a conqueror, and never violate our image by giving way to doubt, fear, and uncertainty. Never violate our image by giving way to doubt, fear, and uncertainty. As we continue our journey toward our inheritance, eyes have not seen, ears have not neither have entered into the heart of man all the blessings that God has bestowed up for them who love men. And Peter, as Jesus told Peter, asked Peter, do you love me, Peter? And he said, yes, Lord. He said, then keep my commandments. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither have entered into the heart of man all the blessings that God has stored up for those who love him. We are the representation of the form of God. Speak a word, visualize and anticipate the manifestation of the thought you have thought, the word you have spoken, the vision you have written, and say, let it be. Let us never violate our image by giving way. Fear, doubt, and uncertainty as we continue our journey toward our inheritance, toward our peace, toward our joy, toward our healing, toward our deliverance, toward our inheritance, toward our promised land. Because too often, while doing our journey toward our promised land, too often we become distracted along the way. Too often we become discouraged along the way. Mainly because we focus too much of our attention and we give too much emphasis upon the negative things that our God has surrounded us by, and not enough upon the positive and the powerful things that our God has equipped us with. Let me say that again. Too often while doing our journey toward our inheritance, while doing our journey toward our promised land, too often we find ourselves being distracted. Too often we find ourselves being discouraged. And the reason why is because we give too much attention and place too much emphasis upon the negative things in which our God has surrounded us by, and not enough upon the positive and the powerful things that our God has equipped us with. Case in point. After Moses had led the children of Israel out of bondage from down in Egypt land, and while they were journeying toward the promised land, while they were journeying toward their inheritance, they came upon the banks of the Red Sea. And what did the children of Israel see? What did the children of Israel focus all of their attention upon? They saw mountains to their right. They saw mountains to their left. They saw the Red Sea out front. They saw Pharaoh's army closing in from the rear. They saw they had nowhere to run and nowhere to turn. They focused all of their attention upon the negative things in which their God had surrounded them by, and not upon the positive and the powerful things that God had equipped them with. And then they started to cry out to Moses, saying, Moses, were not there graves in Egypt? You brought us out here to die. Why didn't you just leave us in Egypt? And then God spoke to Moses, saying, Moses, speak to the children of Israel and tell them to stop crying, stop weeping, stop wailing, stop fussing, stop complaining. And then he asked Moses, he said, Moses, what is that you have in your hands? And Moses said, it's a rod. It's a rod that you gave me, Lord. And God told Moses, by God, stretch it out. Stretch it out, and you open up the banks of the Red Sea. We are the representation of the form of God. And just like God did during the creation, we have to learn how to speak to those things that are not as if though they are, and they shall become. Speak to your troubles. Speak to your trials. Speak to your tribulation. Speak to your illnesses. Speak to your differences. Speak to your addiction. Speak to your fears. Speak to your doubts. Speak to your challenges and let me be. Let me be. Let me be. And then lift up your head, roll back your shoulders, stick out your chest, and walk like a conqueror, talk like a conqueror, act like a conqueror. I say again, walk like a conqueror, talk like a conqueror, act like a conqueror. As you walk through your troubles, through your uncertainties, through your doubts, through your challenges, through your addiction, walk like a conqueror, talk like a conqueror, act like a conqueror. Let the David inside of you come out of you. Walk like you are the apple of God's eye and the part of God's heart. Walk like you are a woman or a man after God's very own heart. Do you the way that David did himself in the book of Psalms. And in the book of Psalms, this is how David walked. David stated that the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He led me I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely his goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, as I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Because the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Whom shall I be afraid? When my enemy, the wicked and the foe, come up against me to eat of my flesh, they all stumble and fall. I'm going to fret not myself because of evildoers, neither be thou enemy of the workers of iniquity, because soon they shall be cut down like grass and wither away like green herbs. In the meantime, you trust in the Lord and do good, and thou shalt be fed. Be not afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow by day, because this God that we serve, he won't get you out on the battlefield and leave you there. He will not get you out in the midst of your enemy all around you and leave you there. Because this God that we serve is 360 degrees in circumference. He's all around us all of the time. Whether can I go from his spirit? Whether can I flee from his presence? If I ascend up to heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, thou art there. If I take wings of the morning and fly off to the othermost part of the sea, even there, no matter where you're located in the today's chapter of your life, even there, his hand is there to hold me, and his right hand is there to guide me. Just because of the image that I represent. Representation of the form and the features of God. Walk like a conqueror. Talk like a conqueror. Act like a conqueror. Allow the David inside of you to rise up. Because I am. I'm not I am that I am, but I am the apple of his eye and the darling of his heart. I am a child of God, made in his own image, in his own likeness, both male and female. Walk that way, talk that way, act that way. Let me be. Let me be. Let me be. And it shall be done. Follow thought. Spoke a word. Visualized and anticipated the manifestation of the thought he had thought. The word he had spoken and the vision he had visualized. And then say, let it be. And it became the door of the church is open. The door of the church is open. By way of letter, Christian experience. Or can they for baptism?